But no, I think this is something that would really go to town here in Bluffdale. I haven't, and I'm sure if it'll go everywhere because it's, things are changing.
So we are here with Randy Wall today, and we're going to review his current property that he wants to place into a structure for retaining the wealth rather than giving it back before he passes on. Rather than sell your property, instead you do one of these partnership deals. You can leave the property your kids.
I love it. No, that sounds really good. We paid $25,000 for the land.
Oh wow!
We've been here for 30 years.
Wow. Well, I saw your neighbors over there. If they let him do that and they don't let you do this, that would be crazy. It's good. So, because your property's so big, we split it, and then should still do an ADU. And we look at how you'd split it up, but it's an acre and a half?
Acre and a quarter.
Acre and a quarter. You could probably put a circle over here. I think this is great for us to do a commercial, but this is not a typical property that we're gonna do at all. If we split your property, now it's not an ADU anymore.
Yeah, I always said no.
It is, because you have to go meet with the city.
30 years. There's all kinds of things you could do if you've done anything with plot plans.
The only way you could do a lane is if all the neighbors do it, all the way down.
But no, I think this is something that would really go to town here in Bluffdale. I haven't, and I'm sure if it'll go everywhere because it's, things are changing. Things have changed a lot in the last 5 years.
The way it works, there's what are called easements, setbacks. So you have to walk from property line right here to the back wall, and then from that property line to this one, and then the other one to that one, and usually the front to the front.
See it. Yep. You want to look at that?
What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk from here to there, and we're gonna see how many feet back it is. We're gonna walk this real quick, and if there's enough feet for a road to come through here, and for that to be there, and then a property on the front and a property on the back, because we're splitting it, we'll go to your neighbor, and we'll get a contingent LOI. If your next door neighbor next to you, what's his name again? Bob. If Bob also sells his, then we're gonna offer you $300,000 for your property. So it's a contingent LOI. To me, we would make him an offer for all of us. But okay, let's walk it real quick. So from here,
7, 8, 9, 10,
see that
64.
64 feet back. Okay, so now we want to walk from this all the way to that back black fence.
$90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Almost 100. Okay.
100, yeah.
Rather than enter off the road, in between someone's house here and then back to the neighborhood, we'd want to enter off of this side street. Like this side road is probably 30. 42 and a half in, and 42 and a half in, and that would be your road down the middle.
And then you got room over here to build a house?
Probably not. That's why it's going to be better to come in off of Ron's side, or we would probably just put two properties back here, and it'd be 50 and 50 wide. We'd have them long ways back, but we'd have to just look at it on that one. So that's what I think the thoughts are. So what we have is, we have Randy's property right here, which is right here on Landglide, by the way. This is what I like to do. And it shows us 1.06 acres. And then you go up here, and I said, Randy, it's not 1 1/4, it's 1.06. And he says, that's because they took a bunch. And sure enough, you go up here, and there's a little strip right here, and the city took 0.12 acres from him. Yeah, that is crazy to me. The guy across the street has 1 full acre. That big shed, that's his ADU. It even has like 8 or 9 little parking spots in there.
I've had plenty of experience, and I can be a homeowner builder.
Correct, exactly, yep. Well, anybody can. Yeah. It's your right in America to build up to 4 homes. Yep, yeah. I'm going to draft a plan for that. Then we'll go down to the city together.
Hey, Quentin, how are you? Oh, those two will do it. They're getting it done. Yes, they will.
Yeah, you can count on that. You've known them a while, haven't you?
All my life. Hey, I got the ADU people over here. Affordable Dwelling Unit bunch that says we're going to have Bluffdale City let us build houses.
Oh, really? Well,
yes.
Where are they?
They're right here in my living room. You said you want to build a house behind your house, right? They said I would be better to make my house the affordable dwelling unit and build a big, huge one out there.
Gosh, you caught me at a time when I was meditating here.
Well, that just changed the channel. So you're in if we can pull it off, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what we found out is my 1.25 acres turned into 1.1 when they widened the road.
Yeah, that could happen. I got my pen in my hand. I'm waking up and getting serious now.
The Attainable Dreamers Association, so it's Tada, T.a.d.a.
Build Tada.
The goal was to help people build their own homes. By building their own homes, they would save about 30% on the cost of building their own homes by doing it themselves. So that's why it was called the Attainable Dreamers Association. We would help advise them on building their own homes, and then that way they could save 30%. So now all we do is come out and help people put the projects in, and then we go out and meet with people that own homes and properties, and then set up the structure to help them build and put in the ADUs.
Oh, really?
So let's say that they'd pledged at $74 a square foot for a 1,000 square foot ADU in the backyard, $74,000. Well, then
Possible, Randy, that we could set up a meeting? I could have Jared there.
Anything's possible.
I have to say that it would have been entertaining to live my whole life next to Mr. Randley.
We're definitely delighted.
Wait, I've talked to Quentin before. Didn't you do flat work, Quentin?
Well, yes. I built homes with DIYD. Did you ever hear of Build It Your Darn Self?
No, but I like that name. I don't want to pull you out of retirement by any means, but I'm sure that we could figure something out there if that's something you wanted to do.
Hey, what was your name again? I didn't catch it.
Aaron Peterson. Aaron, Aaron. Aaron Peterson.
Oh, Aaron.
Did I tell you yet today I love you?
No, Randy. Do you love me?
I love you. Now we got video and
Yeah, right. All
cameras.
those things, right?
Yeah.
2 units in the back off the side, or the ADU. I did pull up. You can subdivide it into 0.52, 0.52.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll just take a look at
We'll
it.
just figure it out.
Okay, cool.
Well, thanks for
Yep.
having me do the heavy thinking, rascals.
Quick recap. Okay, so Randy Wall is about retired, but he still does some things fractionally, which I think is awesome, within a network group, and he makes a little bit extra money. Now he's in a spot where he's going to downsize like most baby boomers would do. All the kids are out. He's an empty nester, and in his situation, his wife of many years recently passed away. So now he has a choice. He's on 1.06 acres. There's an easement on the front. He thought he was 1.25 acres, but there's an easement on the front that the city has that he actually is not paying taxes on, and so it's the city's property, not his. So 1.06 acres. On Landglide, I pulled up neighbors around the area to see if there was anybody that had less than an acre, because I was thinking that maybe that was the situation, because he had alluded that a neighbor had tried to split the front and the back before, and they wouldn't let him, the city wouldn't let him. So I went and I pulled up and I found a 0.52 and a 0.48, so about that half acre that's just down the road really close. And so we could use that as an argument with the city if we needed to, and we could actually split it. Randy's in a good situation for us splitting it because he's actually on a corner of a street, and there's a street that goes to the back. And so if you split it, you could actually have a driveway enter from the other side street rather than having to take an easement cut through his property. I think that his 1.06 could probably be split into half and half, and we could build a full home on the back. Now, what would be unique and good about that is, let's say you sold the half acre. Acreage around here's around 400,000 acres, so you could sell that back half acre for probably $250 for a half acre. Sell that, build a property and a house on it for upwards of $700,000. He'd probably make $200,000 profit on that. And then on the front property, because you still have the ADU law intact, once it's split, you could then actually add an ADU to the backyard of this property, which would be half of the size of his main home. And then he could actually continue to live either in the front home or the rear home and have that ADU option as well. So he could actually be in a really good situation here where he could probably add $1 million to $1.5 million to his net worth, ultimately not have to do reverse mortgage, giving that access and opportunity to the kids when he passes on, could have that legacy. So that's it for now. Everybody move!